Perhaps you have a food truck or booth. Then we invite you to join us in Linden for the 18th Annual Blooming Arts Festival, March 27th and 28th. This two-day festival is a spirited celebration of spring, with live music, an easy layout, and thousands of loyal attendees. We've made our mark as Tennessee's premier spring festival, and we invite you to join us as an artist or vendor. Register now at bloomingartsfestival.org. Space is limited and closes soon, so register today. That's bloomingartsfestival.org. And we will see you in Linden, March 27th and 28th.
A special groundbreaking in Knoxville, Operation Heroes Hill, a project to build tiny homes for homeless veterans. For this project, the county plans to build 20 homes for homeless veterans. Veterans will also have access to a community center with a computer lab and laundry facilities. Construction begins immediately. Will Dunley, Access Tennessee News.
This is the CBS Entertainment Report. His lines were the stuff of movie legend.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Robert Duvall there from Apocalypse Now. Duvall died Sunday at his home in Virginia. His career spanned decades in television and film. He won the Oscar in 1984 for Tender Mercies, but Duvall will always be associated with a certain family.
Thank you for the dinner and a very pleasant evening.
Playing Tom Hagen in The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2, Duvall told me it was the role that changed his career with Francis Ford Coppola.
But it was a great part to play, and I appreciate that Francis gave it to me.
Robert Duvall was 95. For CBS Entertainment, I'm Matt Wolf.
Hey, it's CBS News business analyst and certified financial planner Jill Schlesinger. Follow and listen to Money Watch with Jill Schlesinger on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
All sports talk, weekdays at 5.
WGNS, your good neighbor station.
Rutherford County's place to talk. FM 1019, FM 100.5, wgnsradio.com. The Good Neighbor Network. We're the Good Neighbor Network. FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro. FM 100.5 Smyrna. Audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Playana to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to Rutherford Issues here on News Radio, WGNS. Super happy that you're along with us. Been working on a title for the last hour. I hope you got to listen back with Chip Walters reminiscing with Kermit Davis. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years ago that the Blue Raiders beat Michigan State in the NCAA tournament. That was a fun hour. If you missed it, you can check the podcast. It just went up the day the brackets broke inside the greatest upset in Blue Raider history. You can argue there was Kentucky back in the day, too, but my lifetime, sure. Well, I guess the other was in my lifetime, too, but I was a wee little lad. Anyway, fun times reminiscing about that. And again, the podcast, wgnsradio.com under podcast. Look for Roundtable, or wherever you listen to audio or watch video. So it's on YouTube. It was just on Facebook, so you can go check it out there. On those podcast platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all of those. YouTube podcast, which were Google Podcasts back in the day. Just look for WGNS, and there are all of our local shows there, games, anything that we do that's local, you'll find it podcast. And if you subscribe to that podcast, well, lo and behold, you've got something to listen back to. Brian Kell, who may still be listening, but I think he consumes this on podcast. Former Blue Raider, lives in the Warren County area, so you have to forgive him for that. But just kidding, Brian. But anyway, I know he had like a 600 and some odd day listening streak to the roundtable he posted one day. That was pretty cool. Or maybe it was hour. That was the number of hours. So with that being said, let's jump right into some information, shall we here? Got some rain on the way the next day or two. It's going to get really warm. I mean, really warm. So we're going to look at the forecast here in just a couple of seconds, but don't get used to it. You may break out the shorts for today and tomorrow, but they'll have to go up by Sunday, a high only in the 40s. So a chance that some afternoon and evening storms on Thursday could be on the strong side, but it is a very low chance. In fact, that's the word from the National Weather Service, a very low chance of a strong storm or two with gusty winds. And this being along the Tennessee-Kentucky border. So really not expecting that here. They've kind of pulled back on that marginal risk area. It was down through Nashville yesterday, but now it's back up near the border. But more on the weather coming up. And on a bit later on, when we get to talk with James Price of the Better Business Bureau, if you've got some spring cleaning and doing some decluttering, some tips for selling your used items online are coming up. That's as we continue here on Rutherford Issues, and we're powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. If you've recently changed your phone number or email, be sure to update your details at mte.com. It's the absolute best way for MTE to reach you quickly and give you important outage updates and information. So you'll want to check that out and be sure to get your information updated. Anything that you've changed, phone number, address, of course, obviously, but email, that kind of thing. Very important to stay in the know. Birthday club. Let's do that first, shall we? Sarah Luttrell today, we hear, turns 25. So happy 25th birthday, Sarah. Your friends at work at Wilson Bank let us know about you, that you are having a birthday and you just happen to be the winner of the banana pudding, chosen by our very own WGNS branded birthday fairy. She got a tattoo. Can you believe it? Right there on her left wing of the logo. But anyway, Sarah Luttrell today is the winner of the banana pudding. Slick Pig Barbecue, they're over at 1920 East Main here in Murfreesboro, and Sarah's going to get to enjoy some birthday banana pudding. I bet that's a unique something that's not done anywhere else in the country. No candle needed. It's going to be eaten too quickly. Sarah Luttrell enjoying some banana pudding today. We do that each weekday morning, by the way, and on Friday we do the Saturday birthdays. On Monday we do the Sunday birthdays. That way we've got every day taken care of since we do it each weekday morning. Also, each weekday morning we salute an SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day, and today it happens to be Maggie Smith, our good neighbor of the day, for her positive impact on students and the loving way that she treats everyone. Maggie Smith today will receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and our friends at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts on South Academy, plus your good neighbors here at News Radio WGNS. So our congratulations to Maggie. Our thanks to the person who sent that in. Not absolutely sure who did that, but whoever did, we thank you. We thank you very much. And if you would like to send in a good neighbor, just text the word neighbor, N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R, neighbor, 615-893-1450. That's all you have to do. Neighbor, 615 893-1450. When you do that, there'll be a link inside that. Just tap on the link, fill out the information, click submit, and you're done. It's that simple. You can also get to that same web form at wgnsradio.com/goodneighbor. If you are one of the traditionalists out there, I get it. No problem. If you want to mail it to us, 306 South Church Street, Murfreesboro, 37130. 37130. That gets it to us. All right, friends. Well, with that being said, shall we tell you that our SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day is presented by SRM Concrete. They're locally grown, nationally known, and they're here to honor the difference makers who pour their hearts into Rutherford County.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
Bayer says it has proposed a $7 billion settlement to resolve lawsuits alleging Roundup weed killer made by its Monsanto subsidiary caused non-Hodgkin lymphoma. If the court approves the deal, Monsanto would make annual payments for 21 years. The agreement does not include any admission of guilt or wrongdoing. CBS News parent company Paramount Skydance is getting one last chance to make its final offer for Warner Brothers Discovery. Netflix granted a waiver for talks to resume for a week, despite agreeing to buy Warner Brothers Discovery last year. I'm Jesse Mitchell.
Well, we're checking the markets here real quick, and currently the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 286 points as stocks rise ahead of the Fed's minutes from NVIDIA and their shares gaining. 286 up right now, 49,819. S&P ahead, 58, 6901. NASDAQ up 286, 22,864.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
There is an underground civilization underneath of the North American continent.
It's Coast to Coast AM overnight, every night on WGNS Murfreesboro.
From driveways to highways, SRM Concrete has the right mix, on time, every time. Locally grown, nationally known, family owned and operated. SRM is the name you trust. SRM Concrete, you call, we haul.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, let's send you outside to take a look. 60 degrees. That's what we're currently working with here downtown. Looks like 61 at the Murfreesboro Airport. It's 60 at the Smyrna Airport. Let's take a look at your forecast details here first before we dive into the weather for the rest of the week.
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see cloudy skies here for this afternoon with a high getting into the upper 60s. We'll have southwest winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25. Then for tonight, a chance for some rain here late with cloudy skies, a low near 59. Thursday, a chance for rain showers here late. Partial sunshine develops, high of 76 degrees. Then by Friday, mostly sunny, a high around 67. Saturday, we'll have a slight chance for rain showers, cloudy, high of 61. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Thanks, Jennifer, for the update and a look at our Rutherford weather radar. We are looking at the Storm Prediction Center categorical hazards for tomorrow afternoon, evening, and here's Rutherford County, Murfreesboro. You see kind of a lighter green for those watching on Big G TV. Up toward the Tennessee-Kentucky border is a darker green. That's a level 1 out of 5 for severe weather. And up further into northwestern Kentucky, also Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, level 2 out of 5 for severe weather. They're expecting more in the way of severe weather ingredients to come together. As we take a look at our long-range model here, got off and on showers even today that we can expect. But here is the 19th at 3 a.m. We see a few showers around, and by 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, a few showers dotting the area. By noon, some heavy downpours here in the mid-state, it looks like. We are going to be very, very warm tomorrow. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, showers and storms lining up around the Tennessee River. And by 6 o'clock, entering Clarksville down toward Jackson. And this is as a cold front sweeps through. That'll finally be through our area. That's midnight. I'd say between midnight and 3 a.m. It should be moving on out, taking the rain on with it for just a little bit. We are going to have some weekend rain to deal with as well. And even by midweek next week, another system we're going to have to keep our eye on. You know, this time of the year with the warm-ups, and we are supposed to cool down a little bit, but if we get a warm-up ahead of that, this is showing on March 1st, a pretty robust line, but we're so far out in advance. It just, what it shows us is the model this far out, it gives us a good idea. Pretty active in terms of storm systems, maybe a couple a week that we could be dealing with here. And temperatures will make a bit of a rebound. But that's a look at your Rutherford weather forecast. During impactful and severe weather, we are live on the Rutherford Weather Channel, keeping you updated on what's happening around here in Rutherford County. The 628 square miles of Rutherford County, we've got you covered. If you want specifics, I mean, we're going to get down to the street level out in Pleasant View and Floration, Rock Hill Road and Gowan Knob, out toward Big Springs Road. Those are places that we tell you about right here in Rutherford County. Not just some national reporting or this is what's going on here and bouncing around place to place. If it's affecting Rutherford County, we want you to know about it, and we're going to be giving you expert analysis from storm specialist Ray Miller, local meteorologist Justin Bailey. So we've got you all under control here in terms of the weather with Rutherford Weather. But we have an ask. If you'll go to the YouTube channel and like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and then pick one of the videos or two or three or all of them and, you know, give it a thumbs up or a like or a heart emoji or whatever you want to do. That helps us to grow the YouTube channel, get it higher up, and, you know, so during severe and impactful weather, it's going to notify you for sure. But what about those others here in Rutherford County? And share that with your Rutherford County friends and family. Also find us on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, RutherfordWX.com. If you forget all of that, that's the website that has links to all the social platforms.
Join me, Speedy, Adler, and Greg for the Rick Burgess Show on WGNS.
The Rick Burgess Show, weekdays 11 to 2 on News Radio WGNS.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
Rutherford Issues on Big G TV, brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, the only multi-specialty physician-owned medical practice in Rutherford County. Serving the community with primary and specialty care, MMC is committed to keeping you healthy for life. World News Check coming up from CBS right now on WGNS. Brought to you by our friends at Recycle Right, Tennessee.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Cammie McCormick. 9 skiers remain missing near California's Lake Tahoe after an avalanche. CBS's Matt Gutman reports 6 other skiers were recovered, but the conditions are treacherous.
We had near whiteout conditions earlier today. It's about 11 degrees, so very cold. And the biggest concern is for the people who are missing. 9 of them, officials tell us they are believed to be buried in the snow, not just missing, but caught inside that avalanche. So really, it's a cliche, but the clock is ticking.
High winds have sparked wildfires across the Southwest. 4 people were killed in a huge pileup on Interstate 25 near Pueblo, Colorado. More from Michael Wallace.
Brian Lyons with the Colorado State Patrol says a sudden windstorm created brownout conditions.
Unfortunately, due to the lack of moisture and stuff that we've had in the area recently, the dirt and everything just transversed all the way across I-25.
At least 30 vehicles, including 6 semis, were involved. 29 people were rushed to area hospitals. Witness Greg Tucker likened it to a blackout, not a brownout.
Dark black, that's what it was like.
Environmental groups are suing the EPA. Jim Crisula has that.
The legal action challenges a decision by the EPA to rescind a 2009 government declaration that has been the basis for U.S. action to regulate greenhouse gas emissions. The 2009 document said that carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases threaten public health and welfare.
Moderna says the FDA has reversed its decision, rejecting the company's application for a review of a new flu vaccine. The FDA had said the company's research was flawed. The Vatican will not be part of President Trump's Board of Peace. Sabrina Castelfranco has more from Rome.
The Vatican's top diplomat, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, has said the Vatican will not participate in President Trump's so-called Board of Peace initiative. Parolin said the Vatican believes the United Nations is the institution responsible for managing crisis situations.
The board was initially designed to oversee the Gaza truce, but has expanded to end all conflicts. Italy will be an observer. Denmark hasn't forgotten President Trump's threats to take Greenland. Here's Vicki Barker.
Denmark's King Frederik has arrived in Greenland for a 3-day visit, a royal show of support for the autonomous, mineral-rich Danish territory planned in the face of President Trump's threats to buy or conquer it. Frederik waved to well-wishers as he was greeted by Greenland's prime minister. Among other things, the 57-year-old monarch will visit Danish troops at an Arctic training center.
On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher. This is CBS News.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit recyclerightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you. That's recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, it's all on you. Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Many medications for our animals have to be compounded, and we offer that here at Mills Family Pharmacy.
Mills Family Pharmacy offers a wide range of compounding.
Special for you, your loved ones, or for your pets.
Learn more at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
Thank you for allowing us to be your local pharmacy. We're at 2994 South Church Street, next to Toots.
Mills Family Pharmacy, dedicated to providing customers with services to meet their needs.
Do your sinus infections always seem to come back no matter what you do? The pressure builds, the headaches drag on, the congestion makes it hard to sleep, hard to focus, hard to feel like yourself. Here's what most people don't actually know. Sinus infections keep coming back because your sinuses can't fully drain. That's why the pressure, the headaches, and the congestion keep coming back time and time again. Balloon sinuplasty gently opens your sinuses in a quick, in-office procedure so the infections can finally clear. At Murfreesboro Sinus Center, they've helped thousands of patients break free from the sinus infection cycle so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and finally feel like yourself again. Don't wait another season fighting sinus pain. Call Murfreesboro Sinus Center today at 615-649-4590 to see if balloon sinuplasty is right for you. Call 615-649-4590. That's 615-649-4590.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, coming up tonight on WGNS, we've got State Farm. That's Saturday. State Farm Prep Basketball. Tonight we have Middle Tennessee men's basketball at Sam Houston. That'll be 6 o'clock airtime with Chip Walter, 6:30 for the tip. The Lady Raiders are in action on Saturday, and we will have that game on radio while the men host the Delaware Blue Hens. The Lady Raiders are at Western Kentucky. That's a 1:30 airtime on WGNS, 2 o'clock tip. Immediately following that, we're going to have the final two games of the semifinal round of the District 10 tournament from Siegel. So that'll be both boys' games. John Dinkins and I will have that right after the Lady Raider contest at 1:30. Saturday morning, the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner hits the air beginning at 9 a.m. Then Monday, we will have District 10 Girls Championship and Consolation, boys on Tuesday. And then next Wednesday, we're going to re-air the Rick Insel and Nick McDevitt radio shows, because they are actually going to be held on Monday, but we're going to be airing district tournament basketball. So that's the latest local sports. Again, girls coaches on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner this Saturday morning. Be sure to tune in. We'll have it for you right here on the Big G, WGNS. Stay with us here now as we check on the latest statewide news headlines. Will Nunley with an update.
Access Tennessee News. I'm Will Nunley. ICE officials have spoken up again to say there will be no warehouse detention facility in Lebanon, at least not at this time. This follows days of confusion and conflicting statements from the agency. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has now walked back that previous statement that was made, quote, without proper approval, they say, and stated it has not purchased a facility in Lebanon in a statement provided to WSMV. This follows a significant concern and questions from local leaders that had no knowledge of the possible plans. It's unclear if a land purchase is in the process elsewhere in the state. A Trousdale County Sheriff's Department captain has been arrested. The TBI says 44-year-old Matthew Wright is under investigation after reports he assaulted a woman and touched her inappropriately. On Tuesday, a Trousdale County grand jury returned an indictment charging him with 1 count of official misconduct, 1 count of aggravated assault, and 1 count of sexual battery. Wright was booked into the Trousdale County Jail on a $10,000 bond.
Are you an artist? Crafter? Perhaps you have a food truck or booth? Then we invite you to join us in Linden for the 18th Annual Blooming Arts Festival, March 27th and 28th. This 2-day festival is a spirited celebration of spring, with live music, an easy layout, and thousands of loyal attendees. We've made our mark as Tennessee's premier spring festival, and we invite you to join us as an artist or vendor. Register now at bloomingartsfestival.org. Space is limited and closes soon, so register today. That's bloomingartsfestival.org. And we will see you in Linden, March 27th and 28th.
2 Memphis Shelby County schools marching bands have won first-place honors in the Mardi Gras parades in New Orleans. Whitehaven High School's Sounds of Perfection took first place in the Crew of Rex Mardi Gras Battle of the Bands, while Raleigh Egypt High School secured first place in the Crew of Argus Mardi Gras Battle of the Bands. Congratulations. Will Nunley, Access Tennessee News.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
At Maples Realty and Auction, we handle traditional sales, auctions, and property management. And we have a development called The Maples with local builders and amenities. I'm Betsy Maples, and this is our team. It's our people. That's the difference. Call us today and let us help you get your property sold.
I refer a lot of clients to Maples Realty when we have real estate issues that are coming up. Working with Maples has been easy for me, easy for my clients.
Put our 57 years of success to work for you. Sold!
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know.
Call the best of the best to get rid of your pest.
893-7111. AmeriCare Services Incorporated. Call us today. 893-7111.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And our program here today is presented by Middle Tennessee Electric. Want to take charge of your energy bill? Well, download the free MyMTE app. Track your usage, pay bills, and even report outages right from your phone. Well, taking charge this morning from the Better Business Bureau, joining is James Price, who was not on last time because I didn't check my email. So, sorry about that. How are you, James?
I'm doing good today, Brian. How you doing?
I'm good. I checked my email. I emailed you first this morning.
There you go. We are good to go.
Well, I know it's been a minute, so how are things in the BBB world?
I mean, they're actually really great, Brian. We're busier. What do they say? One-legged man in a butt-kicking contest, you know?
I like that.
But today talking about, the clutter and stuff we get in our emails and all the stuff in our life, we're going to talk a little bit about decluttering your house, because we're still technically in winter, but spring is coming up really quick. And so with spring, a lot of people get into spring cleaning. And so now's a good time to clean out your home, organize your living spaces. But, what do you do with things like clothes if you're not going to use any more furniture, exercise equipment, maybe that you bought in January, you're already done with, household items, or electronics you're not using anymore. There's a lot of marketplaces out there you can sell this stuff. You got Facebook Marketplace, you got Craigslist, you got eBay, you got Poshmark. There's all kinds of places to sell things online. But how do you safely do that and get this stuff where it needs to go and protect yourself from scams, safeguard your personal information, get secure payments for the things that you're going to sell? And, alternatives to selling, such as swapping or donating and that kind of thing. So with all that being said, I kind of feel like one of those news shows where you give all the highlights and they don't give you any of the details, and you're going, story at 11, check in.
And we'll tell you we'll tell you about it right after this.
Right. But you don't have to wait.
Okay.
So here we go. How to stay safe when making online sales. One, make sure you choose an appropriate platform when you're doing this. NerdWallet recommends that you think about what you're selling, the type of product, online, what marketplace does it suit the best, and there's dozens of different places you can sell it from. I mean, something that's really inexpensive or heavy, marketplace is really good because you can do it locally. But then if you have something that's worth some good money and, you want to open up the market a little more, you got things like eBay, and some of these other companies or platforms that you can use. So, kind of check them all out first. You can actually go to bbb.org and check out the companies. Of course, you can go online and see what reviews and these different companies are getting. Check the platform's refund and dispute policies and understand how the platform handles refunds and disputes and chargebacks. Be aware what timeframes are for reporting issues, documentation, evidence that may be needed if a buyer files a dispute, that kind of thing. This kind of falls back into the thing we talk about all the time, where before you engage with a business, try to call their customer service department. If you can't get the customer service department up front, I probably would not engage with the company overall.
Or especially don't expect to hear from them when you have a problem.
Right. If you can't get them before the fact, you're not going to get them after the fact. Use secure payment methods. Stick to payment methods offered by the platforms, as they have, security measures in place to do it. Avoid accepting checks or wire transfers. Those are common methods that scammers use all the time to manipulate sellers. And of course, I would highly recommend staying away from Bitcoin. As we've said in the past, Bitcoin's all over the place, but unless you know what you're doing with Bitcoin, I would recommend you find a different alternative when it comes to dealing with your money, making payments or accepting payments.
Just because you see at some place that you shop, or you have seen a like a Bitcoin machine that looks like a an ATM machine or whatnot. Just because you've seen one doesn't mean that there aren't some tricks of the trade, I guess.
Right. Know the worth of your products and price them appropriately. Determine the value. You can actually search for different things that people are selling online and kind of get an idea of what they're going for. If you're selling an item that's never been used and still original packaging, remember that technically it's still coming to the buyer secondhand, so you need to charge a little less for it overall. But the other thing we're coming up on tax refund season. So you might be having, you might have something right now that you go, I've really been wanting to get rid of this and I want to get it at the best price. And then of course there's people who are getting tax refunds and they're going, I've really been looking for one of those and now I have a little extra money. So between now and April 15th there are really good times to buy and sell products. I don't know if anybody's heard this before, but this is actually like Christmas time for the used car market. Because a lot of people go out there and I got some extra money, I'm going to get some new cars. It's also a really great time for home remodels and upgrades and that kind of stuff. People get a few $1,000s and go, I finally want to get that bathroom remodeled, or I want to get that kitchen done or whatever. So if you're looking to spend your money that way, again, go to bbb.org, make sure you check out the businesses who provide those things that you want to spend that hard-earned tax refund money on as you get it this year.
We've got James Price joining us today with the Better Business Bureau, and if you are decluttering this spring and have plans to maybe sell some of your items online, got some tips. James has been going over several things here this morning to consider. What else you got?
So another thing too is like if you have a high price item, go get an appraisal on it, especially if you're selling jewelry. But again, be very cautious about how you sell that and how you're going to do it. You might want to meet people in person in a public place. If you're going to do that, you might even want to meet somebody if you're selling jewelry at the jewelry store who gave the appraisal. And if the person looking at it doesn't want to buy it, the jewelry store might. Never can tell. Make a quality listing. Without a good listing, you may not sell your items. So make sure that you have good images, clear, accurate description of the product. The better the ad for your product, the more likely you are to get responses. Consider the timing ahead of relevant holiday seasons. We've already talked about tax refund season, exercise equipment in January, and now you're going to spring cleaning. People might want to get rid of it. They already bought it. No, I'm not using this. It's out of here. Prepare items for sale before you pack shipping and prepare. Make sure I would take photos of whatever it is you're sending to make sure that you have a record of it. But make sure things are wrapped up and protected. Understand the fees of the online marketplace you're dealing with. Know how much you're going to have to pay for that. And then we talked about consider swapping or donating items. If you decide not to sell it, there's a lot of places that will take that stuff and they'll turn it around for a donation where they can use that. Think of the local places like Habitat for Humanity and Greenhouse Ministries, and I'm sure, Brian, you probably have a whole list of those around here that people can donate to that helps out our local people.
Yeah, another being Steered Straight Furniture and Thrift on MLK Jr. Boulevard. So, and those go to nonprofits, the proceeds. So that's a good way. And a lot of times they'll come and do pickups too. So you don't even have to take it if you've got a large amount of stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Recently I just ended up getting new appliances at my house, and Habitat came by and picked them up for me. I didn't have to. They just, hey, yeah, we can use these. Next one, watch out for shady buyers, con artists. We always talk about scams and stuff on here. Sometimes they're going to offer to overpay. That's a tactic that they use. Beware of buyers who ask you to make transactions outside of the selling platform. And then people who want your banking information. All those are red flags. avoid shipping the item until the payment's confirmed. Really big thing. I know people who have actually been burned on that in the past. So just make sure that you get your money before you ship it. Use tracking methods for shipments. And be extra cautious when making local sales. Some platforms allow you to meet up with people in your local area to exchange the item for cash in person. Well, it's really an effective way to sell big items and avoid marketplace fees. Use caution when meeting up with strangers. Don't be quick to give them your home address. Instead of asking them to meet you at a safe place, such as outside your local police department. And in Murfreesboro, there's a place actually where you can go and you can make that transaction right there in front of the police station. So that's a really good place to go, or any place public. And it's always good to bring somebody with you too. I mean, I don't recommend going alone.
Yeah, I know the sheriff's department has a place that is in their parking lot, and they have security cameras that are always recording and that kind of thing. So it is an effort that has been made here in Rutherford County to have some of those safe spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. And always protect your personal information. Don't give away, not only your information, but that's why I say don't have people come to your home if you can avoid it. And if you do have somebody come to your house, make sure that you've checked them out thoroughly first, or you kind of know what you're getting into there.
All right. Anything else here in the last couple of moments that we have here, James?
Yeah. So really quick, I mean, BBB's Big Blue Bash is coming up, and businesses or individuals can sponsor that or get tickets for these events. At this event, the Big Blue Bash, we're also going to be presenting the Torch and Spark Award winners for this year. And actually, businesses can still apply for the Spark Award and the Torch Award. Those applications actually close in 2 days. So they close on the 20th. Spark Awards are for new businesses with the owner that's under 35 or been in business 3 years and less. And they're providing valuable resources and mentorship and growth opportunities to the community. And then, of course, the Torch Award is the pinnacle of BBB's awards. This is for people who've been in business for a while. They have a strong community program. They take care of their employees, and just so you know, United Communications was our Torch Award winner last year, and they went on to get recognized nationally too as a Torch Award winner.
Nice.
And we've had many businesses here in the past who have not only won locally here in Murfreesboro, but also who have gone on to win the National Torch Award program. A very prestigious award that businesses can get.
Let's see. I think it was 2005. WGNS was Torch Award winner. So that was
all right.
A long time ago.
Put you in the Hall of Fame.
It's been a minute. That is a pretty cool recognition. And so the Torch Awards and the Spark Awards. The Spark, you mentioned, do they have to be under 35 and also in business for less than that amount of years, or is it one or board?
Either or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing too is businesses do not have to be accredited in order to apply for these awards. We've had non-accredited businesses here in Middle Tennessee who have won the Torch Award and the Spark Award over a period of time. So you can apply for those that way as well.
Where do you get to that? I guess it's on the BBB's website. Sure. Surely.
Yep. Go to bbb.org, and there's a place where you can apply for the Torch and Spark Award. I will forward an email to you, Brian, if people have questions, or they can always reach out to me at jprice@gobbb.org.
Very good. All right. Well, James, I appreciate you spending some time with us. It's got me kind of in the mood to do some cleaning, but I'll be out of the mood by the time I get home, I know.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. We'll talk soon. That is James Price of the Better Business Bureau joining today. And thanks for being here yourself. Until next time, take care out there.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfreesboro families with compassion and care since 1880. As a family-owned funeral home, we're committed to honoring.
Subscribe to Big G TV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.